Good morning, students. Today our topic is transport system. Transport system in different organisms. So, this full chapter, transport system in different organisms, full chapter link is given in the description. By clicking the link, you can watch the full chapter. Here in today's session, in this video, we are discussing some important points from this chapter. So, here we have some important questions. And I'll explain the question and I'll give you the answer, and after the answer also we'll have some discussion about the answer. So by that we will revise all the topics from this chapter. So let us begin with the first question. In organisms like amoeba, transport of materials takes place by. So in organisms like amoeba, so how the transport takes place? We know amoeba is a unicellular organism. It is a protozoan. Amoeba oka protozoa జీవి. So amoeba is a unicellular organism. So as it is a unicellular organism, it need not have a separate transport system. So amoeba only one cell. ఈ వన్ సెల్కి సెపరేట్గా ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ సిస్టమ్ అనేది అవసరం ఉండదు. దెన్ ట్రాన్స్పోర్ట్ ఎలా జరుగుతుంది మెటీరియల్స్? సో హౌ ద ఫుడ్ ఎంటర్స్ ది అమీబా and how the waste materials exit the amoeba, and within the amoeba inside the cell how the materials move from one place to another place without a transport system. It all happens by simple diffusion. It all happens by simple diffusion. So the answer is diffusion. So materials are exchanged with the environment by simple diffusion. So with the environment, that amoeba is in water, నీళ్ళలో ఉంది. సో నీటికి దాని బాడీకి మధ్యలో ఓన్లీ వన్ సెల్, ఇట్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ ఓన్లీ వన్ సెల్. సో దాని సెల్ మెంబ్రెయిన్ ఏదైతే ఉందో దట్ ఈస్ ద బ్యారియర్. సో మెటీరియల్స్ కెన్ ఈజీలీ డిఫ్యూజ్ ఇన్ టు ఇట్స్ బాడీ అండ్ మెటీరియల్స్ కెన్ ఈజీలీ డిఫ్యూజ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్స్ బాడీ. అండ్ ఇన్ ద ఎక్స్క్రేషన్ amoeba has got some vacuoles, contractile vacuoles. So these contractile vacuoles help in excretion of waste, but exchange of materials can take place by diffusion. So for this question, in organisms like amoeba, transport of materials takes place by diffusion, right? Let us see the second question. So let's see the second question. Who invented stethoscope? What is stethoscope? It is a medical device that is used to observe the rhythm of the heartbeat. So doctors, they diagnose the disease by observing the heartbeat of a patient. So to observe the heartbeat, they need a device called a stethoscope. Nowadays we see the stethoscope used by the doctors. It's a very sophisticated device. But who invented that stethoscope? Stethoscope ni evaru kanipettaru? Do you know? Yes, it is René Laennec. René Laennec, he invented the stethoscope. But that stethoscope is not like today's stethoscope. It was like a long tube, long pipe made out of wood. So it was invented by a French physician, René Laennec. He was a French physician, doctor, and he has got one hobby. సో అతనికి ఒక హాబీ ఉంది ఈ రెనే లెన్నెక్కి. ఏంటంటే ఈ వుడెన్ కేన్ ఏదైతే ఉంటుందో ఈ కేన్ పైప్స్తో, వెదురుతో ఫ్లూట్స్ అవి కార్వింగ్ చేసేవాడు. హీ యూజ్ టు డూ దట్. సో విత్ దట్ హాబీ అలా ఫ్లూట్స్ అవి తయారు చేస్తూ హీ యూజ్డ్ ద పైప్ టు హియర్ ద సౌండ్ ఆఫ్ హార్ట్, బీట్ ఆఫ్ హార్ట్. సో ఇన్ దట్ వే he invented the stethoscope, right? So here the answer is René Laennec is the person who invented the stethoscope. So ఎప్పుడు ఇన్వెంట్ చేశాడు? When René Laennec invented the stethoscope, it was in 1816. 1816 సంవత్సరంలో అతను స్టెథోస్కోప్ని ఇన్వెంట్ చేశాడు. Let's see the next question. So the next question, what are the two membranes that surround the heart? What are the two membranes that surround that pack the heart? Heart is enclosed in two membranes. So we have to tell the name. Do you know? Yes, they are pericardial membranes. The two membranes that enclose the heart are pericardial membranes. Right. So why there are two membranes? Why there are two membranes covering the heart? There is some fluid present between the two membranes. Do you know the name of the fluid? Yes, pericardial fluid. So the pericardial fluid is filled in the pericardial membranes. Do you know the function of these pericardial membranes? What is the function of these pericardial membranes? These pericardial membranes, they keep the heart in position, so by that it will not move away from its place. And one more function is these pericardial membranes, they see that the heart is not overexpanded, because sometimes it has to pump more blood. So in such cases the heart may expand, so its overexpanding will be limited by these membranes. And one more important function, these two membranes, they have some fluid. So with this fluid, the membranes, they give protection to the heart. So they protect the heart from shocks and injuries. So these are the different functions performed by the pericardial membranes. So the pericardial membranes, they have got pericardial fluid, right? So the answer is pericardial membranes. So the next question, the blood vessels that carry oxygenated blood from lungs to heart. Lungs నుంచి హార్ట్కి ఆక్సిజనేటెడ్ బ్లడ్ని క్యారీ చేసే బ్లడ్ వెజల్స్ పేరేంటి? వాట్ ఈస్ ద నేమ్? సో హియర్ ద బ్లడ్ వెజల్స్ దట్ క్యారీ ద ఆక్సిజనేటెడ్ బ్లడ్ ఫ్రమ్ లంగ్స్ టు హార్ట్. సో వెనెవర్ we see that oxygenated blood is carried by arteries in general. So in our body, the oxygenated blood is always carried in arteries. The deoxygenated blood is carried in veins. But here, lungs to heart. Do you know the answer? What is the answer? The answer is pulmonary veins. Here the answer is pulmonary veins. But I told that the oxygenated blood is always carried by arteries. So this is an exception. This is a special case. ఇక్కడ ఈ పర్టికులర్ కేసులో మాత్రం వెయిన్స్ ఆక్సిజనేటెడ్ బ్లడ్ని క్యారీ చేస్తాయి. ఏ వెయిన్స్ క్యారీ చేస్తున్నాయి? పల్మనరీ వెయిన్స్. ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎక్కడికి? లంగ్స్ నుంచి హార్ట్కి. సో లంగ్స్ నుంచి హార్ట్కి ఆక్సిజనేటెడ్ బ్లడ్ అనేది వెయిన్స్లో వస్తుంది. సో దోస్ వెయిన్స్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ ఎస్ పల్మనరీ వెయిన్స్. సో ఎన్ని పల్మనరీ వెయిన్స్ ఉంటాయి ఇక్కడ? 4. ఈచ్ లంగ్ నుంచి రెండు పల్మనరీ వెయిన్స్ వస్తాయి. 2 పల్మనరీ వెయిన్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ఈచ్ లంగ్. టోటల్ 4 పల్మనరీ వెయిన్స్. సో దే ఓపెన్ ఇన్ టు ది హార్ట్. హార్ట్లో ఏ ఛాంబర్లోకి? 4 ఛాంబర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. రైట్ యాట్రియం, లెఫ్ట్ యాట్రియం, రైట్ వెంట్రికల్, లెఫ్ట్ వెంట్రికల్. సో టు విచ్ ఛాంబర్ దిస్ బ్లడ్ కమ్స్? ఫ్రమ్ ద లంగ్స్, oxygenated blood. So the oxygenated blood in the lungs is brought to the heart by pulmonary veins, and the blood is poured in left atrium. So left atrium loki all the oxygenated blood, it comes from the lungs, right? So this is the answer. Pulmonary veins is the answer for this question. Let's see the next one. So let's see the next question. Who discovered the blood capillaries? Blood capillaries ni evaru discover chesaru? Who discovered? Do you know? Yes, it is Malpighi. Marcello Malpighi, he discovered the blood capillaries. So do you know in which year he discovered the blood capillaries? Yes, it is in the year 1661. He discovered the blood capillaries in the year 1661, right? So he observed red blood cells also under the microscope, but he was not the first person. After John Swammerdam, Malpighi also observed the blood vessels, and even he observed the blood capillaries under microscope, and he discovered them, right? So he did so much contribution to that discovery of the blood circulatory system, right? Let's see the next question. What is the state of heart in which the heart muscles function actively? So what is that state called as? In which state the muscles of the heart function so actively? In which state? Do you know? Yes, it is systole. So, if you see the heartbeat, we observe two stages, systole and diastole. So, diastole is the relaxing phase of the heart. So, in diastole, the heart is filled with blood. The blood flows into the heart. In systole, the blood, it is pumped into the body parts. So, which chambers of the heart pump the blood to the body parts? The ventricles. The right ventricle and left ventricle. Left ventricle pumps the blood to lungs, right ventricle pumps the blood to body parts. So, the blood has to reach the different parts to the tip of our toes. So, for that, there need to be more pressure exerted by the heart. So, the muscles of the heart, they function more actively during a systole. So, that is the contraction of this heart chambers, right? So, if you see the BP, blood pressure, whenever some blood pressure of a person is measured, it is measured with the help of a BP machine, sphygmomanometer. So, there you can see the value, some numbers you can see the general normal BP of a person, blood pressure of a person, 120/80. So, do you know that which number denotes that systolic pressure and which number denotes the diastolic pressure? So, if you know that, you write it in the comment box. So, which number denotes the systolic pressure? So, how much is the systolic pressure in BP, right? So, these are the questions related to transport system. Here we have seen 1 to 6 questions. There are some more questions we will see in the part 2. If you like the video, please like it and share it to your friends and subscribe to the channel. Press the bell icon, notification button to get the latest updates. If you want to see the transport system full chapter, click the link given in the description. With the remaining questions from the transport system lesson, we will meet again in the next video.